Right, so that's what we do, guys. Peso Wi-Fi has come to the province. So that's our Peso Wi-Fi. Guys, this is what we normally pay for. Peso Wi-Fi. Let's have a look. Oh, it's too big. Right, guys, Peso Wi-Fi. That is how actually we managed to do as Wi-Fi. Cost 5 pesos, 5 pesos, and that's for the cost of the Wi-Fi. Lasts us about an hour and 10, an hour and 20 minutes. We're going past our place. We're here at the vegetable patch. Right, I've planted some flowers actually today. You can see the wilted. So hopefully they'll be okay. It just makes the front look a lot nicer. Right, we're going to Don Salvador tomorrow, hopefully. Something I wanted to chat about. When we first moved here, yeah, you know the house is for sale. That's the house, right? So when we first actually moved here... Afternoon! So when we actually first moved here, there's a dog on the road. And one of the dogs is actually being killed. You know, he won't move off at road, so got run over. He's an old dog. He knows how to move and how not to move. Been around a long while. Right, let me have a look. Let me have a quick look, because this gimbal is not exactly fantastic now. Hopefully it's okay for tomorrow. But you know, like I said, be nice in Don Salvador. Chickens, cockerels. That's what I want to chat about. So I'm just going to walk down this road and then walk back, because I think we're going to Murcia. Got a bit of forgot name, aches and pains, whatever they call it out here, I can't think. You know, banging headache, some type of flu, fever, they call it fever here. Right, so I've got a fever, but life's life. Right, now I've just been chatting to Jovaline, and when we first moved here, there were a lot of chickens. So back there, where we've been at Peso Wi-Fi and my place, a lot of chickens all over the place. A lot of chickens, you know, maybe 100 chickens. Then the guys have cockerels, cause they fight them, and they sell them, and, you know, they like the cockerels. Now, immunisation, you know, because I actually thought about immunisation for the dogs, right? It's an expense, but she got chatting about these chickens, and what she said was, this is what Jovaline's belief is, right? When the chickens were here, right, most of the guys immunised the cockerels because they're expensive, right? And the reason you actually... I might have a walk out there. I don't think... I'll walk on here. So, you immunise the cockerels. They're expensive birds. The fighting birds. You don't want them to get a disease. Now, so when somebody comes into the area, according to Jovaline, which I think's poppycock, right, whatever it's called, the guys immunise the cockerels. When the guys immunise the cockerels, right, all the chickens start to die, right? Well, listen, I've had a good think about this, and I thought, well, that can't be true, can it? That can't be true. The reason you actually immunise a cockerel or a chicken is to stop it getting bird flu and dying. And that is the same, actually, with a pig, right? Swine flu. So you immunise it to stop it getting a disease. Now, and it's the same with us guys in England. So we're in England, and we get immunised. Now, before I came to the Philippines, I got immunised. Can't remember all of them. COVID, hepatitis, this, that. You know, I actually got immunised because what the health organisation said, well, you'll need this, and you'll need this, and you'll need this if you're going to the Philippines. And you can also have a rabies shot. And I thought, rabies? Rabies, really? And I thought, well, I don't fancy that rabies. That don't, you know, it doesn't sound exactly nice. But there is rabies here, I've told you, because I've seen it, right? There's rabies here. There's dogs all over the place. They're eating garbage. You know, even the well-fed, well-looked-after dogs, if you let them out, they'll go and eat the garbage. You know, dogs are greedy. So it's not just for street dogs. So there is actually rabies, and that's why immunise. Now, according to Jovaline, right, as soon as you immunise all your cockerels, all the rest die, right? Well, no, that's totally wrong. Now, the reason you immunise cockerels, I'm just thinking whether to walk down there across field. Right, so the reason you immunise your cockerels is because... Right, we're okay. It's quiet today. You immunise to stop disease. And I tried to tell her, and she says, she got chatting about a person she knew, right? Now, make a comment. Are you a doctor? You know, in the Philippines? Make a comment. You know, because the reason all your chickens are dying is because they're not immunised. Right, my opinion, I'm not an expert, but that's why you're immunised, right? When I came here to the Philippines, I got immunised, right? And Jovaline got chatting, she said, well, what a bit of a big argument this, actually, you know. And what Jovaline said, well, I think it was a school teacher friend of hers many years ago, you know, 20 years back. I think I'm going to walk into rice fields. I don't think there's any snakes. And that's it. You can't get immunised with snakes. If you get bit and it's poisonous, you either live or you die, simple as that. So, you know, I'll have a quick look. But you're not going to see them anyway. Anyway, fear's fear. Right, whether it's a snake fear or not. The snake's a snake. Right, so she got chatting about this teacher and what this teacher did. Right, she got hepatitis. Now, I told Jovaline how people get hepatitis. And, you know, but she passed it on through the family. And according to Jovaline, hepatitis, it's in the bloodline. No, it's not in the bloodline, right? The reason you get hepatitis, right? I'm not an expert on this, guys, right? But I do know quite a lot about it. Make a comment. Hepatitis. I've been immunised for hepatitis before I came here to the Philippines. How do you get hepatitis? So this school teacher, every month, she had to go for jabs for hepatitis. And then everyone in the house. So everyone in the house caught hepatitis. You can see an hole there and it's well used. Don't know if it's a rat or whatever else goes in there. So, hepatitis. Where am I now? Stop chatting about rats. Right, so that were it. She'd got hepatitis every month. She had to go and get an injection. Right, we're in the rice fields actually, the driest snuff. Actually, it's nice to walk in the rice fields now. There's no water and it's not wet. And sun's not out because it's in the clouds. Absolutely fantastic. So hepatitis. Every month she had injections for hepatitis. And, you know, what happened was all the family had to go for hepatitis injections. So, according to Jovaline, it's in the bloodline. I said, no, it's not. How you catch hepatitis, like I said, make a comment. It's an important subject. And if there's any weirdos around going, hey, you said hepatitis 50 million times, so what? Who's counting? Right, bad disease, blood disease, kills you early. You will die very early if you get hepatitis. So, how do we catch hepatitis? Normally through bad meat. It's normally through street food. You know, if the street food's not clean, it's dirty, you will catch hepatitis, right? And you will die early. So, I meet a girl tomorrow, lady tomorrow, and we have a baby. We have a son. Right, the son's 2 years old, and then after 2 years, my wife eats some bad food, you know, some street food or some infected food. Now my wife's got hepatitis, right? But my son hasn't, and we have a baby. So what happens? Right, the baby will catch hepatitis. because she's inside. Right, so she'll have a blood disease. She will actually catch hepatitis. Excuse me. So your son won't catch hepatitis, but your daughter will have hepatitis because your daughter has caught it through her mama. Right, so it's not something that's passed on. As far as I know, hepatitis, you catch it through bad meat, bad water. And here in the Philippines, when I first came here to the Philippines, right, what were not very nice, we shared an house, right, and the people we shared the house with, whether you're watching this video or not, the people we shared this house with, actually, they were dirty. They'd leave the pots on the side, there were flies, there were cockroaches. You'd go into the kitchen, there'd be a rat on the plates. And that's dirty. That's how you catch hepatitis, right? Because you're not clean, you're not hygienic. Now, you can be a very, very clean person. Where's that dog? He's over there. Right, so you can be a very clean person, a very hygienic person, right? You have some street food. Just once in your life you think, I'll have some street food. You eat the street food and it's infected. Here in the Philippines, they don't care a shit. Some people don't care at all. They'll get the meat out of a dustbin. It's a dead carabao that's died with a bad disease. They'll chop the carabao up and they'll sell it. And then you eat it. Now you've got hepatitis. And a lot of people don't care, right? Yeah, there's a lot of nice people here in the Philippines that do care. So that's how you get hepatitis. So, actually, before I came to the Philippines, before I came to Manila, the first time, what happened? Right, well, I'll tell you what happened. It's actually nice to walk out here. Right, let me look. We always get a lot of these mushrooms. Don't eat the mushrooms. So, right, let's have a look. So that's how you get hepatitis. And it's not in the bloodline. But if you're born and your mama has hepatitis, right, you will have hepatitis if you're born to your mama. But if your mama did not have hepatitis before, you won't have hepatitis. So hepatitis, yeah, it's a bad blood disease. Now, I had a friend, she was working in Taiwan. She's from Manila, Cavite, Manila. I forgot her name. When I got a girlfriend, when I actually came here, let me just show you this net. So this is where they grow a lot of the vegetables. So it's quite a big setup. And, I can see a lot of flowers there, guys. So it looks like some type of string bean or bean's going to grow up. But it looks like they'll probably get this, this area ready for growing. Right, where's he going? So one of the things here actually is what you have to watch is dogs. Right, I mean, I'm a dog person, but being a dog person, you have to be smart. Because you can be chatting now like I'm chatting. Be a dog at back here and he come past you. Whoomp. You don't know he's there, just that quick. So that's how you get hepatitis, right? Infected meat here in the Philippines. Where's that dog? Right, I don't know, he's okay. It's going over to the carabaos. There's a guy with 2 carabaos. So that's how you get hepatitis. And I was chatting to this girl for about, I don't know, 6 months. Forgot her name, can't remember her name. And she weren't feeling very well. She didn't have a lot of energy. And she wanted to go home. She didn't like the job. She